Have you ever felt like you're trying your best to save money, but your wallet just keeps getting thinner? The news says the economy is growing, but your salary hasn't moved an inch. And when you try to read an economics book, it's all GDP, quantitative easing, and formulas that make your head spin. Does understanding your own life really require complex equations? Actually, economics isn't that complicated at all. The book Economics on a Small Island argues it's the economists who made it all sound so complex. The beauty of this book is it uses an incredibly simple story to explain the entire logic of our economy, from catching fish with bare hands all the way to a full-blown financial crisis. The story starts on 3 isolated islands with 3 guys, Abel, Baker, and Charlie. Every day they jump into the sea and catch 1 fish each with their bare hands. 1 fish is just enough for 1 person for 1 day. No savings, no loans, no economic policy. Life is simple but fragile. If you don't catch a fish, you go hungry. Don't think this is too primitive. This is exactly where every economy begins. The money we use, the houses we buy, the stocks we trade, they all trace back to how these 3 islanders got their food, saved their surplus, and tried to build a better life. So today, let us dive into this little island and see how the answers to all our big economic questions are hidden in the simple story of how 3 guys tried to catch more fish. If an economy is a big tree, what are its roots? Economics on a Small Island tells us it has the courage to go hungry today and the wisdom to avoid hunger tomorrow. At the start of the story, Abel, Baker, and Charlie just repeat the same routine every day. 1 fish is just enough to survive. They're completely trapped by the present, with no time to think about anything else. But one night, Abel looks up at the stars and has a thought. Do I really have to do this forever? He dreams of better clothes, a real shelter, maybe even making an island documentary. But all those things take time, and all his time is spent catching fish. Then, a flash of inspiration. What if I could make a tool to catch fish faster? He imagines a net. This simple idea holds the first secret to economic growth. Abel decides to weave one, but it will take a whole day, meaning he'll have to go hungry. Baker and Charlie laugh at him. Are you crazy? Starve for a day for a maybe net. But Abel grits his teeth and spends the day hungry, twisting rope and weaving. The next day, the net works. He catches 1 fish in an hour, and 2 by the end of the day. This story contains a core concept of economics. Capital is obtained by delaying consumption. Abel's net is capital. To get it, he had to sacrifice a day's fish and bear the risk it might fail. All human progress is like this. With the net, Abel now has an extra fish each day. He has savings. Baker and Charlie are jealous and want nets too, but they don't want to starve. So they propose, Abel, lend us 1 fish each. After we make our nets, we'll pay you back too. Abel agrees. This leads to the second key logic. The value of savings is to let resources flow to where they can create more value. By lending his fish, Abel turned 1 fish into 2, because Baker and Charlie used that time to create more productive tools. Now the island's total daily catch rises from 3 fish to 6. Everyone is richer. This is the essence of lending. It's not exploitation, it's cooperation. But what you borrow for matters. If Baker had borrowed the fish just to go on vacation, he'd have no net, no fish, and Abel's savings would be gone. Borrowing to learn a skill that can double your salary is a productive loan. Racking up credit card debt for luxury goods is a consumption loan. Don't get them mixed up. As the islanders got better at fishing, a new problem appeared. Barter is a pain. A boat builder wants clothes, but the tailor wants fish, and the fisherman wants a surfboard. It's too complicated. Eventually, everyone agreed to use fish as a universal medium of exchange. Fish became the island's money. This simplified everything, but it also brought new troubles like, will our fish money become worthless? With fish as currency, the market boomed. A boat builder named Duffy originally took 5 days to make a canoe, so he sold it for 10 fish. Then he saved up, made a better knife, and could build a canoe in 3 days. He lowered the price to 8 fish, still making a profit while buyers saved money. Soon, competition drove the price down to 6 fish. No one made huge profits, but everyone on the island could now afford cheaper canoes. This is the magic of the market. Competition forces efficiency, and everyone benefits. But carrying fish around is messy. So a guy named Max opened the island's first bank. He'd store your fish safely and even pay you interest. He'd then lend those fish to others at a higher interest rate. Banks concentrate savings and channel them to productive projects. But this system has a fatal risk. If the bank lends to someone who wastes the fish, the bank can collapse. This is exactly what happened in 2008, when banks lent money to people who couldn't repay their mortgages. Things got worse when paper fish reserve notes replaced real fish. Bankers realized they could just print notes without having real fish in the vault, and then the government got involved. At first, the government just maintained order and built lighthouses, funded by a small fish tax. But soon, politicians discovered that giving people free stuff wins votes. The new chairman, Frankie, started printing tons of fish reserve notes to fund welfare programs, without raising taxes. He claimed each note was backed by a real fish, but secretly, there weren't enough fish in the vault to back them all up. This is the truth of inflation. When the government prints more money than there is real wealth, your money becomes worth less. The government even forced banks to lend to people with no savings or income to buy shelters, promising to bail them out if the loans went bad. Shelter demand exploded, prices soared, and everyone thought they'd get rich. The market's warning signals were completely distorted. This is exactly like the subprime mortgage crisis. Eventually, the bubble had to pop. The most luxurious shelter project on the island stalled. Panic spread. Everyone tried to sell at once, and prices crashed. People who had borrowed heavily walked away from their loans, leaving banks with worthless properties. The whole financial system collapsed like dominoes. What was the government's response? More of the same. They bailed out failing companies and printed even more coupons to give to the unemployed, claiming spending will save the economy. But these were just painkillers. Wealth comes from production, not from printing paper. The island had been selling its fish reserve notes to a neighboring empire in exchange for real goods. But the empire eventually realized these notes were becoming worthless and stopped accepting them. The island's fake prosperity, built on borrowing and printing, finally imploded. Hyperinflation set in. A morning's salary could only buy half a coconut by noon. Money became waste paper. So what can we learn from this little island's big crisis? First, be like Abel. Dare to go hungry to weave your net. Savings and delayed gratification are your foundation. This doesn't just mean cash. It means investing in your skills, your tools, your ability to create real value. Second, understand your debt. A loan to build a net is good. A loan for a vacation is not. Debt isn't scary, but debt that doesn't make you more productive is a trap that will keep you poor. Third, see through the shrinking fish note trick. When prices rise, it's not that things are getting more expensive, it's that your money is worth less. The best defense is not to chase bubbles, but to build irreplaceable skills. The ability to catch fish yourself will always be your greatest asset. And finally, be wary of free lunches from the government. Stimulus and subsidies are always paid for by someone, and that someone is usually you, through taxes or inflation. The story of the island shows us that the core principles of economics are simple. Prosperity doesn't come from printing money or borrowing to consume. It comes from saving, production, and innovation. It starts with one person deciding to go hungry for a day to build a better future. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more ideas that matter.